Hey guys, Rob here, and what I'm going to show you today is some of the stems that are available in the Waxadisc program. Now, this track here is called Sing It Out, which was something I never released. I finished it, but I just never released it. And it's like a piano garagey house sort of bassline stomper. And I've put the stems into Ableton, back into Ableton, and I'm just going to show you, the way around it and how to fix problems and stuff, and when you do grab stems, and I'm going to show you what you can do with these as well. So just remember that you can do anything you want with these stems once you've downloaded them and you grab them from the website's program. You can remix them, re-edit them, do whatever it is you want to do. You can sample my stuff, you can sample the beats, just throw it out there and see what you come up with. So let's have a look at this one now that I've got. So as you can see here on the screen, I've got all the stems lined up. I've renamed them all, I've put all the labels in, but when you drop them in, and the natural tempo is 125, when you drop them in, some of it's out of sync. It starts off well like that, but it soon goes out of sync. See, the bass line's off and the claps are off. So how do we fix that then? So basically what we do is we open up our channels and we make sure that every one in our interface on each individual channel is set to 125. Okay, there, look, that one's not, so we type in 125 on that, go for it, unwarp it and rewarp it. Sometimes that does it a better job. That's 125, that's 125. They seem to be okay at the moment. Let's have a look at the next one. That's 61. Why is that like that? That should be 125. Put that up so it goes up to that. So unwarp it, rewarp it, press yes, takes it to 125. 125.23, we don't want that, we want it to be accurate. And then the next one, again, unwarp, rewarp. And then the last couple down here, that's fine. And this one, that's fine. Let's unwarp it and rewarp it. Anyway, sometimes that does make a big difference. Just it sometimes can resettle it. 125. And that's it. Now that should technically be in time. However. It's still not in time, is it? So what do we do? Now, what you have to do is when you drop stems into any track, and this might work with a lot of other stems from other artists as well, so it might be worth you thinking about this if you have this problem. Don't drop them right at the start at number one. It's pointless, because what can happen is that sometimes at the start of each of your stem, where there's dead silence like that, there's a bit missing that doesn't go into the Ableton. I don't know why it does it, but it does it, look. So you see, look there, look, I've just pulled that bit out. So once you've done that, see, that's why you leave a gap between 1 and 5. So I start my tracks at 5, and then I've got the space to go, oh, that's out by a millisecond. So pull that across, and then that should now, same with that one, look, it's out. That's fine. The claps are out, look, by a tiny smidgen, look. Can you see? So you pull that in, and now the claps are going to be in time. What's this one? The whoosh is fine. That one, look at that, the bass line, well out. That's out, and then you've got, look at that one, blooming out. Put that across. Piano's good. Well, it's not actually, it's a slightly tiny bit out, look. And then that's okay. That one's out. You get the idea. Last two, that one's good, and that one's good. So now we should be in business. So let's have a look. Crashes aren't right at all, so we need to look at that. That's why, look, warp and rewarp, and it should be in business now. There we go, look. Now everything's in time. Oh, that kicks off, isn't it? That's kicks off. The kicks off. Rewarp the kick. It's the second kick. There we go. It's well out, that is. Look, that was that. There we go. Put the sub on. And there we go. That's how you time up your stems if you have problems with them. It could happen on other tracks as well, but for some reason it just happens now and again on certain ones. Not every one, but you know, that's how you fix it. But anyway, what you can do with this template of mine is, if you want to just take the beats, for example, if we just take away the organ, the bass, the sub, and I've just put on, you wanted to sample those beats, you know, because sometimes people have difficulty finding beats and getting a good selection of beats together. That can be one stumbling block for a lot of people. And, you know, so grab the drums from this if you wanted. If you wanted to just sample the bass line, take that and the piano. And then the main riff here. So if you want to just sample that and just make a little track out of your own, you know, additions, you can do. You can take that piano riff and then build your own stuff around it. You know, you're more than welcome to. This track I never released. I don't know why. Just never got around to it. So I thought I'd turn it into a, you know, a stem. Whack a kick on. And the vocal chops here, I got these vocal chops. I took an acapella and I put it through the simpler and just did some, you know, like MPC sort of pad smashing, you know what I mean? That kind of thing. And that works really well with the organ bass and the piano. The build up, drops, snare roll. So yeah, that's how you fix the stems if you download them from my program, and also how you can potentially fix other stems that you might get. You can take what you want from this, you can take what you want from any of the other stems. It's entirely up to you. Just head over to the waxadisc.com website. The link is in the description, and you can see the offer available there for over 70 different tracks. All of my back catalogue from 2010 up until the present day. My most recent release, which came out a couple of months ago, is also in there. So you've got 70 tracks, all my remixes, unreleased tracks, loads of resources, loads of stuff you can put into your DJ sets. You can remix, re-edit, sample it. You can study it, see how I make tracks, all that kind of thing. So it's all there. Grab it at waxadisc.com. Thanks for watching. See you later.